There's nothing we can do.
Congratulations on the film. What was it like working in the Coorong area? It looks just beautiful.
Well, it is one of the parts of the world, especially in Australia, where it's quite special. You know, all the river systems in New South Wales, South Australia, Victoria, they actually end up around the Coorong. So, you know, also you have amazing, you know, marine life, and you know, the birds that come and you know migrate all over the world that sit back there to rest it sometimes. But I mean, apart from its settings and like the importance of the Coorong, you know, it's where the story actually came from, and Colin Seeley made it actually quite possible. And the team, you know, the whole production, including us, you know, we actually made it quite possible to actually now ruffle the feathers to tell this story again, and it's a really beautiful story.
Why do you think now's an important time to retell the story?
You know, with all this stuff going on in the world, I think it's a great time to just keep people aware, and I think the movie has a great message to some people, yeah.
And lastly, what was it like working with pelicans? Do you have a favourite?
I don't know if I actually, yeah, I think I do have a favourite. Her name is Sky. She's actually the one that gave me the scar, but I was doing a little like shoo-shoo on set, so she was like, oh, I thought you were my friend, but yeah, it was day 3, but it was, anyway, I think it doesn't really matter, they just, all the birds were beautiful, you know.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time.
Anything I hide you for?
Like the Storm Boy is such a like classic Australian text. Why do you think now? Did you think it was a good time to remake it?
Oh, I think the themes of Storm Boy are always relevant. You know, they almost will always be relevant. The themes of grief, loss, father and son relationships, and the respect for the environment. That's a really, really important theme for now. So that's why we've got the framing story. You know, that I think it draws you know clearly that it's a timeless story, and that the themes are relevant. Yeah.
Courtney's a very interesting choice. He's, you know, we're not used to seeing him in more action roles. What was it about him that you thought made him good for the part?
Well, I felt that he's got a real still strength about him that kind of really worked as a 1950s man, and that he was able to play that unreconstructed male that has his emotions all bottled up inside, but at the same time we're really he lets us access that as an audience. He lets us access how much he feels, you know, and how, yeah. So I think I think this will be a great breakout role for him. He's a very talented man.
Yeah, definitely. What was it like working with like the pelicans throughout filming?
You know, pelicans. You know, early on we talked about whether we would go. You know, we've got a lot of technology at our hands. You know, at our fingertips now. CGI, animatronics, and there was some talk about, you know, will we use real pelicans or will we use a combination? And I wanted to use real pelicans from the start. And I said, look, you know, they won't always do what we wanted them to do, which they didn't, but they did a lot of things that we didn't quite expect, and they were always gold because they had characters. That all the pelicans had their own character, and they're just magic, you know. So we just had to be flexible and you know, think quick on our feet and capture that. And yeah, so a lot of people think there's a lot of CGI in the film, and a lot of those you know, they're robot pelicans and stuff, but you know, it's like 95% real pelicans in there. You know, there's only the odd one. Yeah, but I won't tell you which one, because there'll be a spoiler.